Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. This is episode 23 of our Folktails Hard Mode playthrough on the Oasis map. We're in cycle 29 day 2 and this is my second attempt to record in this video because my PC ran out of storage halfway through the first time. So, I did learn some lessons, so you may see an expedited process, but what we'll do is first we'll act upon a comment Phelan made in the last video where I should be deleting paths so that the game can process stuff a little bit easier. And to help with performance. The other suggestions of limiting the colony size is also obviously a great one. We will probably do that in future. But now I kind of have to live with the bed I've made of these beavers. So it's kind of going to be what's going to be for some of it. So I am just going to come through here and delete a lot of these unneeded paths. And we'll just get on with that. So today what we're going to be doing, I built it really nicely as well, so hopefully I can build it the same as I did before. But we're going to be building our Beaver Amazon warehouse with its inbuilt rave complex. So I'm looking forward to demonstrating that for you, and hopefully you find it as funny as I do. And we're also going to, the Monument Park, which was going to be Monument Park, is now basically the Beaver Cathedral church, outside church. So let's not delete that. Plans have changed at a rapid pace for that. So delete that. Do we have any pathing? I mean, I can delete the paths up here because we're just going to use zip lines to get up here, so none of this matters. None of this matters. So we'll just delete all of that. And we'll delete this down here as well. So hopefully that is going to make some of this a bit easier. First thing I'd like to do, because I've realised this doesn't fill up particularly well, so we're going to come in here with some tunnels, and we're just going to create a bad tide. I was expecting that because that's what happened last time. I'm not re-recording this because of some grand mistake on my part. I genuinely, the PC ran out of storage, it cancelled recording about halfway through, and I was very upset. So we're going to put some tunnels here, and that'll allow us to use this aquifer to fill this water up here. When we come down here, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to add in some more zipline stations. So, because the warehouse is going to go here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this. I'm actually going to speed this up just to put a little bit of pace onto it. So, this is getting deleted. And we're going to put one here, and we're also going to put one here. And that is because, as well as a janky pylon there, because I don't plan stuff very well. That can go there, this can come here, and then this can come here. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to rip all of this out up to the houses. We're not going to rip out the houses here, because Amazon likes to build its stuff right up to people's houses, doesn't it? You're gonna know this is gonna be a really big, large, egregious blight on the landscape. Which, if you've been to any UK sort of like commuter city, you'll be aware they'd like to do a lot of the time. I think I've actually gone one too far over. Yeah, because we want to come on top of this, so we're gonna delete this. So let's put, oh no, it's not housing, it's under storage, isn't it? So we're going to pop that there, that there. And no, not there, not yet. We're going to put the water on put fluid storage on top of this. So as you can see, lovely housing estate here. Amazon have come and plonked this nice big eyesore on the side. So, but they also do like to hide their eyesores. Well, they pretend they like to hide their eyesores, don't they? So we're going to come in and we're going to put in a nice hedge. So that you know, people don't actually have to pretend they don't have to see this. And yeah, we'll pop that in for now. That reminds me, there are some hedges I actually want to put in over at Beaver Soho Farmhouse. We'll pop one there, and we'll let them get that done. How long has this taken them? They are slowly doing that. I don't think it's going to be in place for this temperate cycle, but hopefully for the next one it will be. So they have come in and put this here. I am going to run that under there, and I'm also going to put in some fluid storage on top. I am quite disappointed that you can't see the video of me actually sussing this out, because now that I already know how to do it, it's kind of a bit, yeah, like I do just know how it's going to go in, so I do apologise for that. So I think we're going to put that there. We'll just get the landscaping done early on. I think that needs 2. So, as you can see, this is all going in. So this needs to be a 2 height. Did I come out here? I can't remember. But to get up to these higher levels, we're going to put in some steps at the end. Or do we go right to the end? Maybe we go right to the end. Let's go right to the end. Pop that there. And we're going to pop that there. Yes, no, we're going to pop that there. And then that can come up to there. So we can get up to this high level. And that'll good, that'll do for now. And also, as Jose pointed out in the... I'm sorry if I'm killing your name. These need to be changed to grilled chestnuts. We have put an extra one in for chestnuts. We'll leave that one for potatoes because I think this one is also for chestnuts. So we should see our grilled chestnuts production increase rapidly. So let's put in stuff down here in Amazon. So what are they distributing? They're distributing berries. They are distributing carrots. We have lots of carrots. I just want to see the boxes fill up. We will put some dynamite in here as well, just so that it can be full. Bread, grilled potatoes, and why not raw potatoes? And up here we're going to have some water. So we're going to have some bad water, and we're also going to have some antidote. We can get this put in now, so we detonate these. These will allow us to put some more storages over here. And I also want to come over here and pop in a... We're going to change how this is laid out. So I want... This obviously isn't going to be here. I want the entryway to be down here, so we're going to pop in... Do we need to pop in stairs? No, the stairs are in. The stairs are in, so... we will pop in a zipline station down here as well, and that will connect over here. And it allows us to delete a load of this pathing as well. So, that's in. How are we going to get to the beaver? So we're going to simulate like a warehouse district. So sometimes in the UK, warehouse districts are, if there's an empty warehouse, a rave will happen in it. Whether that's an illegal or a sanctions or you know, like a ticketed one. So we're going to put the agora in, and we're also going to put a dance hall on top of it to kind of simulate what goes on at a rave. So we think we need some steps down there, and then I think it needs to be 2s. No, it needs to be 2s from here. So yeah, we do need a 2 there because we need to put more steps in, but it also needs to be a 2 from here. And I think that's big enough, or is it one more? I think it may be one more. I think it may be that one. So we'll let them put that in. So to get up here, we're going to put in one of them, and then up to this level. And do we put in another set of steps? And that allow us to come over here like so. And I can't remember if this is how I had it. Ah, no, okay. And then that allows, yeah, okay, that allows us to run all of this over here. And, yep, okay, so pop that in like that. Have all of that accessible. Nice. So as far as everything else is going, we have... Are all of these prioritised by haulers? They are. So metal production for the Wonder, for the Earth Repopulator, is a bit of an issue. I'm hoping that we can outpace a lot of our production issues. They are all prioritised by haulers. Once we've got the metal required for this, we are going to pause the mine, just so that we can get the treated planks required to build this. A lot of what we're going to do is we're going to require a metal and treated planks. The irony is not going to be lost on me, but it's going to be what it's going to be. How far are they to doing this? They're not far away. Maybe they just need a little bit further. Yep, okay. How's our water storage? Our water storage is looking... So we are overtopping this one, so it's looking okay. I don't think the beaver colony could actually get much bigger than this, because if it did get much bigger than this, I feel like it would, we just wouldn't have enough space. Well, I mean, we would have enough space, like the map has enough space, but we couldn't have enough water on the map. And to aid with this, what we could do is... No, sorry, I'm remembering stuff that I remembered earlier. So, the water is just what it is. We are... Unless we were to create like larger reservoirs over here and here, and just pump them, I don't feel like we could realistically have a higher beaver population. I mean, we could make use of the seep a little bit more, but I feel like the seep is too much of a liability in a bad tide. So one thing I did notice is our maple syrup production is low. So a lot of these trees probably already have the maple syrup, and one beaver isn't enough for the tapper shack. So what we'll do is we will pop in another tapper shack down here, and hopefully that'll increase the amount of maple syrup we're doing. So this is looking good now. We're going to pop this in here, and then we should be able to get into and have the agora. So the agora is lovely down there. Nice. So they can get down to that. That's good. So we need to put in, we would like to put in the metal beams now. So we're gonna have like the dance floor above this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop in. Have I done this wrong? Maybe we don't need this level here. I can't remember how I built this, but we're going to pop in... So we're going to pop in these here, and this here. And what that's going to allow us to do, I mean, we are just going to put in doubles here, all along here, so that they can walk along and get across to it. This building isn't connected to the district centre by it. It's not, is it? So what we want to do is we want to run a path. We want to run a path out here. Why aren't you letting me put that path in? There we go. So that can come away. So they can actually use the agora now, which is excellent. So that will provide a little boost to our well-being. And we're going to come over here and we're going to pick the longest overhangs. Like so. So you see that covers the agora nicely. Very nice. And so what we're going to do on this side, I think I could probably just... Ah, no, I need to put some more dynamite in, don't I? So if we demolish these down, I think we'll be able to put in the storage we want on this side. And are they filling this up already? So we do have dynamite going in, the explosives, carrots, berries. They can't get some of this at the moment, so... Did I not connect this down here even? Are they just... What are they doing down there? They are getting... They're doing something down there. So let's talk about over here now. So we put this in. This can be deleted. And we can connect to this one. So I want to get rid of all of this pathing. I only want them to be able to use the zip line to get over to the monument park, or the Beaver Cathedral as it's probably going to be known now. So how do we want this to look? I feel like we want it to look, well, like I said, it's a Beaver Cathedral, isn't it? I want it to look like a Beaver Cathedral, but an outside one. We're not doing like vaulted ceilings and all that. That seems like that would be far too time consuming for what I am doing left with this playthrough. So let's pop that dirt block there, and we're gonna sort this pathing out because this is just a little bit too irregular for my liking. So I'll pop that in. We won't delete that. We won't delete that. We are going to drag this path out a little bit more though, because I want to put a hedge around this. So we'll get that pulled out. So let's put that hedge in now. Oh, that reminds me as well. We can come over to Beaver Zoho Farmhouse and put in these last two hedges so they have the barrier onto the lakeside where they are. So if we pop this in around here, that's quite nice. And let's think about, so how is this going to look? The Earth Repopulator is obviously going to sit there. So monument wise, should we have a brazier of bonding either side? And how about, oh god, that caused that to lag a little bit. How about beaver statues? The beaver statue there. Put some shrubs up to that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run a hedge further down. Hedges cost logs. I feel like they should maybe cost seeds, but obviously seeds aren't a resource in this, so don't listen to me. So what we do is we're going to, ooh, no, not like that. Is that a bit too far? I maybe want the congregation to sit a little bit closer, so let's get rid of that. Pop that over there, pop that over there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run paths. So, one path, two path, three path. And we're going to have loads of benches in here. Kind of a bit like church pews. And we'll pop them in. And we need to not forget the main path. So I know this is slightly asymmetrical. It does bug me a little bit, but also I can't really do that too much about that without massively terraforming this, and I feel like it doesn't add enough. So we'll pop that over there, and then what we're also going to do here, we're going to have two farming monuments, and also this is all getting a massive deprioritization because I want them to build this first. So we have put this in. Let's detonate those. Ooh, that was close. Almost had a very dead beaver. A very dead beaver. Okay, so I think that looks okay. I don't necessarily hate it. I mean, I do hate it for these beavers living down here. They have to look at this lovely warehouse, but for the purposes of what we're doing, I don't hate it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to pop in some more lag. We're going to pop in some more storage down here and some more storage up here. You know, Amazon loves to build nice big warehouses. Let's just pick a resource. Pick a resource, chuck something at it. Splatterdock and cattail roots. And we'll get that hooked up to the path network. Like so. So, what's going in here, I hear you ask? This is where the dance hall will be. So if we put the dance hall like so. Ah, I didn't build enough of it. We need to build one further back. Just to have the space to put that in, and so we can come around the edge. So what we'll do is we'll pop in another platform. Overhang even. There we go. And we'll pop in the dance hall there. Now this is just going to take them some time to build. We are using a lot of metal. I may even... No, the metal shouldn't be going to there. How are we doing? We're 20 minutes in. So, where is the dance hall again? It's under wellbeing, isn't it? So if we pop the dance hall kind of there. That looks alright, and then we can have a path coming out of here, around to here, and over there. Now what this is going to allow us to do is we are going to pop in some more platforms along here. Are we going to pop in platforms? I think it's overhangs, isn't it? So if we go... Does that allow us to do overhangs? No, so that's not high enough. So we need to go too high on the platforms. So if we put 2 high platforms in, that allows us to overhang that way. Is this what I wanted? I think this is what I wanted. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pop that there. No, not that there. We're going to pop another one there, and we're going to have another overhang. Not the small overhang, that would be silly. And we're going to put a triple platform here, or a double platform here, and we're going to use steps to get up to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the pole banners, and we're also going to put in 2 sets of platforms here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have, I haven't installed the pack yet to put the actual letters in, but we're going to have a nice big logo on the roof here saying that this is an Amazon warehouse. So we'll put them there. And I'll endeavour to have the pack installed before next episode. So they just need to get on with something. I mean, this is just going to take ages because the metal blocks. But they are putting some of this in because we have resource for this. I say as we are bottoming out on planks because I've just chucked so many into what we're doing over there. Resource chocolates. However, we do have loads of treated planks. Swings and roundabouts, I guess. 741 out of 2,000. I may have to come up with another project to do as well before we come to the end of before next episode, because if it was to be the finale, I'm not sure if we would actually get the Earth Repopulator built in time. So let's put in the sluices here, and we're going to set the sluices to 0.80. Actually, they can't be set to 0.80 because that will just constantly empty. So if we set them to 0.6, when these dams are topped out and bottoming over, we won't chuck water off the side of the map. It will just come over to this other side. So we'll pop it like that. I mean, you can't get to that. That's fine. You're not supposed to be able to get to that yet. So, other improvements we could do. I feel like we've improved the water, how the water's going to come around here. I'm interested to see how that happens in the next temperate cycle. I have put an extra tapper shout here, so maple syrup should be going up a little bit. Grilled chestnuts are going up. Grilled spadadock is going up. Do we have spadadock? I could put another grill in here. Or maybe I could put a grill. What are you? Grilled potatoes. We do just have a lot of grilled potatoes, don't we? I'm going to maybe put another grill in over here. Or could I squeeze one over here? Maybe I could squeeze one over here. Another piece of food. Another food item for the fun fair to offer its users. Maybe I should also have connected it up with a zipline station. Would that make it easier to get to? Okay, let's scratch that for now. No, don't build it. See, this is like little improvements I didn't even see that we could have done. So that can just be connected up to there. And then food. We could put another grill in the food corner over here. And we'll put that as grilled spadadock. So that's going to improve access to this, actually. It's probably not very true to life, but, you know. Sometimes you just have to break a few eggs to make an omelette. Metal blocks. You guys are probably wondering why I'm persisting on not putting in... I guess I could actually, just for the sake of expediency, put in some more. I'm fully aware we actually never got around to redeveloping this, so maybe this could be something we redevelop. Maybe this will be the next episode. We'll redevelop this little area. I'm quite happy with a lot of everything else. I mean, we could add more trees down here. So let's add some metal processing while I'm waffling. No, you can't. He's too long to connect to that. Honestly, just put one in. And are they building a dance floor? So dance hall also requires metal blocks. And look at this. Isn't this cool? Isn't this cool? Maybe I'm going to change this path a little bit to make it a little bit more a little bit more like that. And if this is the Church of Beaver, which I'm assuming, why not? It could be the Church of Beaver. I was going to actually sink some houses into the ground, but maybe not. Maybe we will just put like a little cloister of like the Holy Beaver's housing over here. I know I shouldn't be adding more beavers to this playthrough. So this is like the church, and this is where the monk beavers live. Yeah, it kind of works. Look at them coming in and putting all that in. Also got to get rid of all these paths. I'm getting easily distracted. I think my mind is a bit upset because it's like, you've already done this once, Scott. I know, but it stopped recording, and I can't just jump. So maybe if we put so this is going to be sympathetic. It's not going to look like turd. It's fine. And then if we put in some housing, where's the housing? Housing's there. So we just put in a couple of like with a bit of gaps between them, you know. And maybe they'll have like a well-being, and they have like a social area for the. That's frustrating. I could just delete that actually. A social area for the monk beavers to live. So we've gone from it being a park to a cloistered monk monastery kind of thing with a high altar. I don't know. I'm just going with vibes. We could. I quite like the idea of doing that actually. That's a bit different to what we've done before. And how is this getting on? So gears is fine. We have loads of gears. Treated planks is. We actually have more treated planks than I thought we did. And metal blocks are the issue, because I'm trying to stuff them all into this as well. We actually probably would have finished what we were doing if I hadn't have come across with this. So storage wise, we are going to put in some large warehouses. I think what we might do is we might put some fences around the back here, kind of like a security fence, you know, like do not climb. And what we'll do is we'll pause them so they can come and build that security fence at the back. For those of you that will be tuning in and going, that really isn't in keeping with the rest of the aesthetic playthrough has been going for, that's the point. It's meant to look a little bit egregious, over the top, not very nice. Ooh, what can we put up here? What do you reckon monks like? Monks probably like definitely bread and, well, not crackers. Judging from that, they could also do with some drinks. Monks obviously, they need holy water and they need beer, so the biofuel we're using as a substitute for beer, aren't we? And That can just be holy water. Obtain. Obtain. And there we go. There's our little cloistered community, and our Beaver Cathedral. And it was coming along good. How is the warehouse district coming along? We are putting in the metal platform, so that's fine. We are also going to. So I want to make this look. So when they build these buildings, they kind of try to make them look sympathetic to the surroundings, but actually it's just a bit of a lie, if I'm honest. So we will. They're going to want to be able to get up to the roof to put this in. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to put in and just put that up. And then I think I'm going to do a like so, and then we could put a roof on top. They are trying to make it look good, but I mean they're failing badly. And then we'll put that there. And this is coming along quite well. I haven't put in the custom squares yet, so this will say BEAV AZON and an exclamation mark, and this is Beavers on. It's the alternate universe world of Amazon, and they can come over here and yeah, no, I think this actually looks quite good. It's going to look good when the Earth Repopulator's in. Well, I hope it's going to look good. Whether it does, I'll let you guys decide. But I hope it does. I really hope it does. I've tried. This episode may turn out being shorter than I had originally planned, because part of my finding out required has not had to happen, because I'm going off a plan of what I had before. But we have loads of power, we have loads of logs. Planks could be better, treated planks obviously could be better. But I think they probably started to chuck stuff back into this now, because they're limited by the metal production. So I imagine this is just getting gears put in. I don't think it actually is. Yeah, no, it is getting gears put in. I mean, I could make this a bit easier for them, couldn't I? Is that the... there is a bit of a switch there at this intersection, isn't there? So, shall we, just for expediency's sake, put in a pile warehouse. So that's gears, obtain, prioritised by haulers, metal blocks, prioritize, obtain, and treated planks, prioritize, obtain. And hopefully you're going to see loads of beavers flying over here to move stuff. And then we can speed this up a little bit. I mean, not that that would have been a lot more helpful to actually have done that earlier on in the process. And we can unpause these now. And look at that. If that is not a commercial warehouse setting where it can dish it out to the local populace / abandoned warehouse rave area, I don't know what is. It is slightly off centre. I'm not going to cry over that. But yeah, I think that looks reasonably alright. Oh, and what I did do last time as well is I couldn't find anything that was sufficiently analogous to represent cars off the delivery vans or the delivery drivers. However, I did put in the roads that they would park their cars down, like so. So, car park out front. nice and put in. I do realise we had all of this from earlier, and I've just never changed any of this. But let's fill in some of these gaps, just so that it at least looks a little bit more full. So what's that? That's wheat, and this is sunflowers, isn't it? Just to make it look like we actually did try to use every inch of space. I didn't even put the potatoes back in there. That's just silly, isn't it? And what do you want to store up here? Chestnuts and baked potatoes, I guess. Got to keep baking those potatoes. And is this going in? This is going in. The gears are in, so we actually don't need that anymore. And the metal blocks are slowly being produced. So yeah, I have kind of optimized this a bit. I didn't think this was going. I thought this was going to take longer. So we've done this. We have the covered market area, which I really like. We have the old town, which I didn't change. That's just the original civilization. We have the Beaver housing estate. We have the Beaver district. I don't need to put Beaver in front of anything. The spa retreat. The fun fair, and we also have the farmland down here. What I was going to put in and was putting in the end of last episode was the Beaver swimming area, or lido, as it's called in the UK. So we can get to work on that. That's another thing I was going to add, because this area down here is perfect height and depth, and it's regulated by this, so hopefully we shouldn't run out of water. I could even regulate it through here. So what we'll do is we will mark resources. Let's just get rid of all those trees. And we will connect this. I don't know whether there is a... I don't think there is actually a spare connection I can come... I could come onto that. See if I built a... If I built that there, does that connect to both? Oh, we're trying to get perspective. It does. So if we put that there, that goes onto there. Can I actually come across and build that? I think they can. And then that can come across to there. Great. And then we can get to this from both sides. We're never coming over here ever again. So let's just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of all of this. Make it look like we were never here, even though we were. Ooh. And that's made that a little bit prettier. Though I am not too fussed about how that looks over there. No, they put in all of that in. Oh, they can come that way to do that, okay. Is this finished? We are just going to have to put these bits in, these last bits in one bit at a time. Just so that nobody gets stuck. You can pause that there. And then I will try and figure out how to get letters in so we can write beavers on over there. And the metal blocks are going in. Yeah, it's just kind of we need to work on this project. Hopefully they build this quickly. And I would like to actually, so we need to straighten some of this out. So, to make it a little bit easier to use. So, what are we doing? I am going to detonate up to there. I mean, we're going to fill all of this in. Or am I going to keep it through? How big is the lido? The lido? So it's only 2 out. So actually, I think I will keep it free just to make it. We could have it 4, and we could have like, yeah, okay. Let's have both on both sides. So I will let them put this in and then we'll see what this looks like. But we do need one more dynamite there. This is looking good. I am very pleased with this. Beaver biofuel, beaver water. Not everything needs beaver in front of it. Not everything just needs the... I mean, this was a complete waste of time, wasn't it? Because we don't even have the resource to bring over it. Just... I try and make things easier and then I don't. So let's detonate all of that. I'm aware that this will probably dry out before we actually build any of this. But I would like to see it. Not build any of it before we use any of it. So if we put in... I mean, that could just look good like that, couldn't it? So if we have 1, 2... and like so. Can I can come up there and do that. I would say we could make this into like a beaver mini kind of beach resort. Maybe, yeah, let's should we think about that? Should we think about laying this out as like a beaver beach resort? I think that could be quite a cool idea. So we are going to need a path here, out to the back of here, and across all of this. Pop that there. And I would like to see them knock that out. We will get rid of that as well. All of this needs to go away. All of these paths. Because they are just ugly. Come on, go away. No. Let's just get rid of all of this. Hopefully that doesn't delete our dirt excavators. My one regret of this playthrough is I wish we'd hidden that underground. I really do. I have also thought, because I've watched JC's latest episode, and I have had the... Well, it won't be the latest episode for you, it's the latest episode for me. And he has put bots in. Now, I'm not trying to copy him. But as an experiment, we could put bots in if people really want to see bots. I personally don't want to, particularly. I feel like this playthrough's been fine without them, and I'm not sure my PC would actually be able to handle it. Well, not my PC. The game would be able to handle it. I don't think there's much wrong with my PC. If, from reading Phelan's comments, what he's saying is accurate. Which I have no reason to doubt the guy. He knows what he's talking about better than me. Look at all of this. We are producing the food very well. And we can unpause that. And so what would you have at the beach? You'd have changing rooms, maybe you'd have like an ice cream shack, wouldn't you? So let's put in a back layer here. So this could be like, this is like the promenade, and this is like, let's just envisage this is the beach. So in the UK you have like promenades that are set behind the beach. It was like a Victorian thing where you would, it's like nice gardens and stuff. So what we can do here, maybe I haven't set this far enough back, but we're not going to take it out of this time now. What I can do is I can stick in a nice shrub either side, and what we're going to do is we're going to put some benches. So we'll put a bench. Yeah, maybe we'll put doubles like that. And what we do is we're also going to put in a bit of street lighting. So I guess we'll put one there. We can have one there, and maybe one there, and we'll put one at the end there. And what we're going to do is we are going to have a path out the back, because I would like to put in another garden back here. However, the rest we are going to put in the hedges. Put some hedges there. We're going to have 2 benches there, and we'll put the hedge there. And we're going to run this path all the way to the end, just like a promenade. And where's the benches? So, with the problem that we can't really have sun loungers, we'll put some hammocks in. As like, you know... Oh, no. That's too far. So, like, as to represent, you know, where you would come out the sea, and you would then go and, you know, lay on your sunbed. I don't know why I call it a sun lounger. So, what else do we need down here? We need the ice cream hut, which is probably going to end up selling baked potatoes. And we also need, you know, come and get your drinks. So, we're going to have, yeah, baked potatoes, bread, maple pastries, why not? That sounds very sweet. And this is going to be water. We'll put some biofuel in because that's beer, and cocktails for catalysts. And then we're going to put some huts on top. And I will work on a garden area back here, I think, but maybe not just yet. So that's our Beaver Beach. Realistically, I would like it, not realistically, I would like it if it wasn't green, because I think this looks more like a beach. However, I am fully aware we have to make do with what we can. I would actually. No, you can't fit another one there, can you? Unless I shifted all of this down. That's food for thought. But I think that's okay. Let's see how they're coming on over here. So they finished that. Which means I can take this out. And I can put the next roof piece in. And we can delete those stairs so they can get to it. Pop that there. And maybe we'll put a guardrail at the end represented by the fence. I think that looks quite alright. I mean, it doesn't look alright. It's not meant to look alright. It's meant to look disgusting. But I think it does a job of looking disgusting. And how are they getting on with this? We do need the treated planks. How many metal blocks do we have? None. Excellent. But we are only 140 away. So I think we will call that one a short one there. There probably is actually an extra 15 minutes of content of me just messing around in the previous video, but there's not a lot I can do about that. So we will just leave it as is. I may have to come up with a solution for this. Come up with a solution for this when we run out of water, because we will run out of water. Because that's not pumping through there. But I'm not sure what that looks like. We'll think about that another time. Thank you for watching. I know that's probably a bit of whistle stop, and I probably talked very quickly. It's because I already had in my head what I wanted to do, and that hasn't translated very well across to this actual video. But I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit like and subscribe. It lets me know that you're enjoying the content and you want to see more of this. And I think next time will be our season finale. I can't see me doing much more. We're going to put that in. We're going to put a path over a nice garden behind the Lido area. And I guess that's it. So I will see you for that finale. And I hope you will join me for some of my future playthroughs. And have watched the first episode of the Iron Teeth Pressure playthrough. I think that's going to be a really good one. And I'll see you next time.